Hello and welcome to the Irish Hunting Podcast, the no bullshit podcast for the outdoor enthusiasts. If you're into hunting, fishing, fine wines and even finer foods, you've come to the right place. So pull up a chair. Hello and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast. On this episode number 49, the rut has officially started. We're going to be talking all things deer hunting, the rut, and how we've gotten on in the previous 7 days. We'll also bring you a roundup of news and events from around the country. And this week's Let's Talk Gear section, it's the turn of Ridgeline's range of backpacks. Hope you all enjoy. Anthony Grogan, how are you getting on, lad?
Back again, Bernie. How are you, man?
Back for another slot, lad. I'm grand. I'm not in as good a form as you know. You're in savage good form.
Well, I'm in great form. But
well earned.
If I could get the feeling that's in my head down to my legs and the rest of my body at the minute, she's in rag order, but in good. It's one of them things, you know yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't this year now, to be honest. But
no, but you will know. You will know, man. That's only formality. But yeah, no, all good. How are you keeping?
Not a bother, lad. Not a bother. We're going to dive in more and tell everybody exactly why you're in such great form now shortly.
Absolutely.
We'll touch, as always, first of all, gun clubs. What's been going on? Any updates for us?
Yeah, we've split the pens last week, so the guys did huge work. I think we shared the post there during the week. Split the pens, so moved the pheasants, got the electric fences up and feeders in, and they're flying. They're loving their new, like, big tall heavy grass and plenty of nettles and chopping. Got that done. So we were trying to get a couple of mink traps, additional mink traps.
Okay.
So trying to source them, and and then order the feed now this week and start getting feeders full and getting them out, because it won't be long now till we have another 100 adult birds coming as well.
Be the Lord.
So
yeah. So what did that put you at altogether?
200, man. 200
grand.
Doubled from last year, you know.
It's a job.
Two pens, double the birds, 50 mallard, as we said. So yeah, sometimes you feel like you're not getting anywhere, but come a long way in a short space of time, you know. Yeah. Huge effort by everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't get up Sunday again, but the lads put huge work in. And fair play to them, you know.
Yeah, super stuff. Yeah.
Some really good guys in the club, you know, get stuck in. There's never too much whinging and moaning, and look, it's predominantly the same lads as in most clubs, but in fairness now, like, the good share of the lads this year. I've done a huge share of the work between the L Box project and the second pen going up. We've kind of a raffle competition going every week. One of the lads sells them, so like it's all them little. If everyone does just a little bit, I find just takes a huge pressure off.
Huge
everyone.
Pressure. Yeah, I think that's. Look, that's my own gun club is no different. You have the same lads doing it the whole time, and then you have lads that do fucking nothing, and that makes everybody else's job that bit harder, do you know? Yeah. And it gets tiring.
You feel guilty when you don't do. When you say Sunday, I was feeling like guilty. You know, the boys were up, and and look, it's only 3 or 4 lads can work at one time anyway. You know,
of course, yeah.
So, but that's not saying, in fairness to them, they were all there. But like that, there's other stuff, you know. I ordered and collected a drinker and dropped that down. I weeded around the other pen, gave Noel a bit of a hand, dropped him up fucking bait for a few mink traps. So just stuff that you don't always have to be there for the big days.
The big day, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But if you can take a share of the smaller stuff,
yes,
and even still look at just the last couple of months, obviously with the newborn and so on, it's just been a little bit more difficult for me personally this year. But I'll be back on track next year, and I'll put in another stint, you know. So yeah, look, I think everyone's contributing at the minute, but you know, bar maybe 1 or 2, but
yeah.
We're going to have to discuss that in the next meeting, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. You'll be almost looking forward to it.
Yeah, kind of. I don't like confrontation. Especially not the whole hunting thing was, you know, in my mind was to take, you know, away from. I'm in confrontation every day of the week. You know, especially when you're running your own business stuff, you're always at loggerheads with somebody or something, or a deadline or a delivery or some fucking thing. So the hunting was, you know, a nice, what would you say, break from all that type of stuff. And then of course you jump into chairman role, and as you know, it ain't pretty sometimes, but it's necessary. Somebody has to steer the ship, and take credit when it's due, which is not too fucking often, and take all the criticism, which is nearly every fucking week.
But, absolutely.
You'd have it all the way. What else would you be at, as to say?
What else would you be fucking at, right?
How's everything going yours?
Yeah, it's going all right. I was out there last weekend, had to cover for one of the lads. I was out there 2 of the days, just checking the birds and feeding them, give them a warm dose, so they've got all that into them. They're going well now. I was actually thinking about, like, we've had horrendous weather. We really have. We've had a lot of thunder and lightning and stuff, haven't we? Overcast and big variance and stuff.
Murky old weather, you know.
And they've done well, they've really fucking done well. So I think they're all going well. I think we're going to segregate them from, we've a ton of feed barred. I'm not sure what we have ordered, so we're going to go around maybe next weekend, get a couple of quads out, top up all the feeders, and probably let out some of the bigger ones, and kind of amalgamate it then into the one pen, which is, you know, what we should have probably done at the start. But anyway, we'll bring them all into one pen, and then it'll, like, the dark evens, it'll make it a good bit easier, you know. It'll make it a good bit easier.
We've only a couple of weeks left now, anyway.
Exactly.
Won't be long till they're out.
Yeah, exactly. Just on that, like, do you use, I know you have a quad, have you as much when you're feeders, have you many lads with quads, or do you use?
So what we're doing this year, we buy the ton, obviously, of feed, but we've bought small sacks. So I actually have to, I've rustled up a couple at home, so just a dozen sacks, and we'll go down once a week and we fill them. They're only, like, you know, less than 15
like
kilos.
sandbags.
Yeah, exactly. And Noel, then one of the elder statesmen in the club, has a quad, and he has no issue once they're in the small bags, because there's no waste, so he can tip around the quad.
Deadly.
and tip in. So I'll go down and help him fill them, get them all ready. And then my uncle has given us, like, a coal bunker, so we can store them in the coal bunker.
Job.
And he just picks out 2 or 3 of them and just tips around, and we'll obviously 2 or 3 of us will help him on the first day getting them all filled. Then he just throws 2 or 3 of them up in the back of the quad, and
job.
He just tips out, and you know yourself, some feeders won't need fuck all. I was saying this year, you know, the historically we've, you know, filled the feeder to the bollocks, and each one of them, and just left them at that. And I'm suggesting this year, tentatively, that we put extra feeders out, obviously, but only half fill them all.
Okay.
And then as he's going around, he'll know which ones are being, because we're finding, I don't know where you find it, is some of the feeders don't be used, you know what I mean, or used very little, and you're fucking, there's nearly, they get kind of clogged up and musty at the bottom, and then you're fucking out a bin of feed, and other feeders then are
getting
drained.
We noticed that, I suppose, in ways, but sort of fucking crows are bastards, man. When they
badgers pulling at springs.
100%. When they figure out where they are, so you don't know what's taking them. But we generally just fill them all, you know. We'd fill them once, and we might have to fill them maybe twice during the year, and we usually nearly get away with that. Like, you know, it's not too bad.
I was just on the walk around last year. I was more just for kind of an inspectional walk around, just to see, you know, plan for this year, and a few walkways, you know, across rivers and stuff like that. And I was just noticing there's 2 or 3 feeders completely empty, like wiped empty. And I was saying, if a pheasant walks up to that, he ain't going to go no more. And that's, you know, we're trying to keep them kind of in and around. So we need more feeders anyway, because we're after doubling the birds. So I'm just gonna, you know, suggest we either half fill or 3/4 fill, and just have more of them dotted
around the place. You know? 100%, definitely, we have a good few now, but there's be a bit of a job. Up until lately, I was the only one with a quad, and I think they nearly all have quads now. So so it'll make it a bit easier now. Next Sunday, just load up the bags and fucking head around. One leg go that way, you go that way, and
tip around. How many feeders do you have altogether?
Oh, Jenny, man, honest to God, I'd say we might have 30 or 40 maybe.
Yeah.
They're thereabouts, I'd say. Well, I was telling you, we've the automatic feeder down at the pond. That's handy, Oak.
It's a good joke.
Just well, like it's already for a pond, like it'll just sprinkle. It just sprinkles it out and stuff. Yeah, so no, that's handy, all right. Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah,
it is handy. It is handy. But that's all the crack. It's quite enough, I suppose. Feed, keep on top of vermin. Haven't had many lads doing vermin that I've heard of. I must give them a bit of a jazz up about that and see who's going doing it, because the more than myself, when the first couple of weeks of the deer season come in, it's deer.
Distracting.
It's all deer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Night like that now would be lovely night to go lamping, actually.
I was just, if I had the energy in my toes, man, I'd love, because I actually put out a little bit of bait from some of the deer at the weekend, just in a little spot. I was saying I'm going to have to get smarter here, start to bring do Indiana style, bring the fox to me.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Rather than putting huge mileage at 2:00 in the morning. So put it in a little spot that I know they'd be crossing. So
yes,
hopefully drag them in there a little bit, so into a nice little safe shooting line. So
yeah.
But it would be lovely, man. It's just, like this morning was a lovely crisp morning. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of that autumnal kind of / frosty weather in the offing. You know,
absolutely, man. It's one of the most fucking refreshing things when you go out in the morning and you get that. Can't wait to get in and turn the heating on the van.
It's I think you sleep better. I sleep better anyway.
So do I. Absolutely.
And then I don't know, a little bit more energy, I think, because I don't know, is the body maybe feels it has to, up its game a little bit to keep itself warm. Maybe, I don't know, but I just feel refreshed anyway. But and I fucking felt refreshed this morning, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But it's brilliant time of the year, and like that, there's a little drizzle of the odd smoke fire coming out of the chimneys now.
Definitely. You can smell it in the air, lad. You can smell it in the air. You cannot beat it.
So that's the clubs. I think. Look, by and large, I think everyone's nearly getting ready for, like, what are we now? We're only literally 3 or 4 weeks away from. We're only a couple of weeks away from releasing, really.
Oh yeah,
so we're thereabouts.
Get them out, man. Fucking sure.
Gonna call a little meeting probably with the lads and get them together once more before we're going to have a big plan this year is to try and get a nice night out on the first. I don't particularly care if I shoot a pheasant or not. I'm going to get out anyway. But I think get everyone together. That's the key. Have a few drinks and a few sandwiches and
absolutely,
cocktails, sausages, and
fucking proper job, man. That wouldn't happen in our club because they wouldn't go. There's no point saying any different. 100%. Not a hope. They wouldn't go. They wouldn't. They wouldn't go. No. If I said we'll do that, probably myself, Yanis, and the Big Easy would probably maybe go.
For sure, that's enough.
That's enough, because the Big Easy just drink it, as long as you mention drink at all.
Drink and food.
Yeah, he'd be there.
Nice sofa in the corner.
Slobbering all over the fucking place. Exactly. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Look, that's what it is. Come here, we're going to jump into a bit of news here. First thing, I'm going to kick us off.
What do you have first, Bernie?
First things first, and we're giving you a bit of notice on this one now, which is not like us. This Sunday, the 17th. No, I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Did we talk about that? What day are we today? 21st. Sorry, that was on last.
Next one.
That was on last week's one.
You did an Anthony Grogan there.
No, we had that on last week's one. Sorry, I had that one there. No, actually, we want to give a big shout out. This was a post that was up on the ICTSA, Irish Clay Target Shooting Association, and massive congratulations to the HCIT ESP team for their performance at the weekend at the Sporting Targets. Reports of a challenging course taken on by all competitors. With a special mention to the junior team and the ladies team, both taking runner-up team. For the ladies, the team is the highest placing away from home since 2010. Be the largest, there you go. 13 years. Many congratulations and a fantastic result. Many congratulations from the Irish Hunting Podcast and the Irish Hunting page to you. Fair play to you. That's fantastic work.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Absolutely. And then I just see here, just Ciara Carley, special shout out for her performance at the weekend. And she won the high gun with the blazer. So congratulations to Ciara, all the ladies. And look at they're doing Ireland, their country and their clubs proud.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'll switch over to a little bit of fishing.
Well, just before you go, there's just noticing a growing trend here. Something now. I'm just looking through some of the names of some of the what would you call the top shooters in Ireland, and There's two Maguires. There's a Chris Maguire there and a Bernard Maguire. It must be something got to do with the name, is it?
Must have fucking skipped a generation, Maguire. They're probably a bit younger than yourself.
Same spelling and everything. You must be related.
Yeah, there's only one of you, man. There's only one of you. Come here, we go to fishing, and again, ladies doing it here. There's the Irish Ladies Fly Fishing Association in conjunction with Leash Angling Centre.
Mm-hmm.
This is one we haven't been down to, Brenny, which we'll look at. Hopefully, we'll be getting to visit a few more during the year.
Yes.
But it's a fantastic opportunity for any lady over the age of 18. It's only 20 quid for any non-member for tuition and induction. It's this Saturday, 23rd at Leash Angling Centre. It's a beginner's induction into fly fishing. And I could nearly look at, if anyone wants a few tips on fly fishing now, I'm nearly a dab hand at that sort of stuff. Look, we'll just move on there. Dr. Pauline McGlenihan, I hope I pronounced that right.
I guarantee you didn't, but go on.
She's an APAGI casting instructor, will be there, along with Maddie Kelly, coach and volunteer. So yeah, guys, get yourselves along there. I think it's fantastic. Super. I think it's fantastic to be promoting, as we have on the show, hopefully, done a little bit to promoting women in country sports.
Yep.
And so get yourselves down there, guys.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Another one here is just, it's actually on this weekend, and it's the Yorkshire Shooting and Game Fair, formerly the South Yorkshire Shooting Show. It is on this weekend, the 23rd and 24th of September, and it's in the Doncaster Racecourse and Exhibition Centre. So that will probably more so for our overseas listeners or someone here that's looking for something to do last minute. Yeah. Yorkshire, nice part of the world, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I think you and I would love to get over to one of the hunting shows.
Absolutely,
across the pond to have a peep at them.
Yes.
Right, back into a little bit of fishing. This is a little bit different. So next Sunday, Team Ireland set off to Kamloops, British Columbia, for the Phipps Moosh World Masters Fly Fishing Championships.
Phipps Moosh, very good.
There you go. So it's Roger Fowler, Campbell Baird, Donald Monaghan, John Lawler, Brian Russell and Peter Driver. Best of luck to all the team. And look at, you have done Ireland proud, representing. It's a huge achievement representing your country. Only a few of us get to do that.
Oh no, Jesus.
in a lifetime.
Everybody else was off fighting the war, so come on there.
There you go now. So no, it's a huge achievement. And well done.
Yeah.
Flying the flag, and no doubt you'll do us all proud.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Just one other thing, it's probably not really news, but we have been sent this in by a number of people, and it's just a bit of correspondence from it was from, I suppose, a forestry manager in the Galway area.
Yeah.
And it's been circulated, and it's basically stating that he's apologising that he's been in contact, and there are certain areas of Clare and South Galway are only available for shooting at the weekends until further notice. That will be people who will be on leases, I suppose.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something it's been sent into us a load of times now at this stage. We don't know it, we can't comment a whole pile on it, but it is out there and it is in circulation. So if we have any more news or updates on that, we will bring them to you in due course.
Absolutely.
Sinead, on to the next one. You had a nice bath this morning. Tell us.
I did, yeah, man. Do you know the way?
Non-conventional one.
Yeah.
The
guys and girls that go sea swimming.
Sea swimming.
Yeah. We go back a little bit. Go back a bit to Sunday.
Sunday. What happened Sunday?
Well, I shot my was it this last Sunday?
Was it Sunday? Was it? Oh yeah, was it? Could have been. Yes,
it was Sunday. Yeah,
it was. Yes.
And it seems like I honest to God, man, it seems a couple of months ago now. But
yeah,
had a little bit of success with a little pointer.
Nice.
So yeah, got off the mark with that. Put a little bit of similar to your story, and I think it's a lot of people around the country, does and calves everywhere. Just
yes.
You know, in
abundance,
in huge abundance, which is great to see.
Yes,
I think it's great anyway. I don't think maybe the farmers mightn't agree, but some of them,
yeah.
But look, they're in abundance. Taught Me Luck was nearly out, and yeah, up sprang a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm down to me kind of last 2-3 bags or little vacuum seals of meat. So I decided. I took it. Had a nice little bit of a pull down. a brilliant little sling, a little harness sling, a game changer. Just fucking takes so much the hardship out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, got them home. A buddy of mine shot one as well. Got them into the freezer and got them all, as shown on the videos, vacuum packed and sealed and job done as I thought. So fast forward to this morning, we said we'd tip on up to Wicklow and have a little peep of what was going on. Similar scenario, went out and...
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Untethered and Wanderwise, where adventure has no age limit. We're your co-host, Heidi Brandis and Nikki Mahundro, and we're here to inspire and celebrate women over 45 who are embracing their independence and want to explore the world on their own terms.
Jeez, man, and I hope it's the same when come season, come doe season. But yeah, hinds and calves everywhere.
Yeah,
just absolutely everywhere. So, yeah, scoped over across the river and seen a small little herd. But again, they're like little stealth ninjas. They're built for the terrain, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Unless they turn their arse to you when you can see the little white asses, you
can't see them.
You have little or no chance. But just managed to glass one or two, and yeah, we said, look, it's worth taking a trip across. So yeah, straight in, man, up to the waist, near enough in ice cold water. And I should know better, man. Do you know the way you're looking at rivers, right? And I've crossed a couple in the last few weeks now. Not fucking, I don't want to be doing it all season, but needs must. You know, you scope out a nice area to go across, as you think.
Yeah.
And it's as if, like, it matters. You know you're going to get wet. Do you know what I mean? You're there like, oh, that doesn't look as deep as that one up there. It matters fuck all, man. You're going to be cold and wet.
Yeah.
But, of course, the buddy of mine I was shooting with, he just went across and he said, oh, no, that's the wrong fucking place. I'll go here. And I seen this cluster of kind of big rocks. And I watched Gold Rush, man. I should know. What's on the other side of rocks? The little plunge pool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So he got wet like to probably his kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was touching testicle. That's, you know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
that hour of the morning.
What was left of it at that stage.
Yeah.
Sorry for
you won't see them till next week.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, across we went. Kind of Rambo style, elbows into a little bit of bracken. And we perched up for an hour and a half maybe. And like that, just fucking does and calves everywhere. Like, as we thought, there was only, 2 or 3 over there. Just turned out, oh, there's another one. And a doe, this is no exaggeration, the wind was in our favour. A doe came less than 30 metres. I'd say 25 metres away.
Okay.
With a calf. And I could see her, right? I was... I had the snood on. All I could see was my glasses, and we were just like bone still. And I didn't even need the binos, just looking out. And she, like a dog, put the nose up in the air a couple of times.
Yeah,
and she knew there was something strange,
Yes.
And then with that, man, I just ever so slightly, I was kind of just moving, and then she just looked over,
broke,
and she was there. Like the head went kind of sideways.
Yeah.
I have to say, what was you? And then she took, like, I'd say 10, 12 steps.
Closer.
To come closer. There's, who's this fucker?
Yeah.
Jimmy, is that you again peeping at me when I'm getting dressed? You know what I mean? And next thing, you're not one of mine. No. I'm out of here. So
gone.
I'm bouncing the white ass over. So
yeah.
And the little calf behind her. Great to see, obviously. But a pricket, and a little kind of spiker, one left, one right, and I had my mind made up. If I was going across the river, and I was going to be dragging something across, it was going to be something substantial, like something, a nice head. So, I was there. I was looking at my buddy, and I was saying, well, I won't. And he said, no, just hang out. And I said, yeah, we'll hang out. Anyway, waited there and nothing else appeared. The pricker came right up again, looked at us and fucked off. So back across the river then. And you know the way you're kind of saying, oh man, maybe I should have took that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes you get rewarded for patience, sometimes you don't. That's just fucking hunting, you know? So back up and we trekked another couple of K. And just when you think your luck is out, you know, came around the corner and spotted a nice looking stag. So I got into position. I think he was, you know, maybe like I've only a little cheapy kind of fucking rangefinder, but kind of copped the ass from first. Got me distance about 160, 170. Came around slightly to the right, or sorry, to the left, keeping the wind with me. Kind of put his head up a couple of times as if to, you know,
what was that like?
What was that? But then no, it back down again, munching. I know we're going to be talking about it as well, but heard one between the two of us. We heard one call this morning. You know, obviously the hinds were calling when they were spotting us or whatever, but in terms of stags calling, just the one. So it's getting there. We're right in the cusp of it. I think there's reports now of a few places now are starting to break out in the rut. So which is great. It's exciting. And hopefully it's fucking in your spot tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, got myself into position. Then he kind of had moved. So he was coming, like literally I was head on, face. And I wanted him to waiting for him to move just slightly to the left so I could get so I came in through the top of the, what would you say, the top of the chest, top of the neck, or sorry, bottom of the neck. Somebody can see me pointing here. So I come in through the neck here and out through just right behind the left shoulder. So yeah, and he ran a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah. So I said to just look, this is my what would you say, my first year with the Creedmoor. So I want to just put it out there. Stopping power. I'm using them 143 grain Hornet EDLXs. I know that they're a faster moving round the varmint, the 90 grains, but they are. When I say they're stopping foxes, they are stopping foxes. The 90 grains. Yeah. At nice distances, and they're doing some serious damage. The 143 grains. Look at I said to you just before we came on air, you know, the 6.5 55. I've had a couple of slight runaways where you have to track them a little bit, and then I started to switch to neck shot. Now, obviously, look at Horsifer courses. Reds are a little bit bigger necks and bigger targets and so on. The Sika are obviously a smaller target, and but at that kind of range, it's not an issue. I'm just finding, like I've been on hunts where, you know, heart and lung shot, and I've seen them run still. Yeah, and fucking, I must be on pure adrenaline or whatever. And I've seen the same and drop literally just where they stand. Yeah. So, and I know from listening to people, some neck shots, you know, depending if you hit the main artery or if you graze it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the look. I suppose it's a feeling out. It's a learn you're going. Maybe I might have to trick around with a little bit of ammo down the line. I don't know. So I'm just probably being more inquisitive, asking people what were they experiencing. I know we're going to get the usual. It's the Creedmoor. Like there's the Creedmoor will do the job. I know the round should do the job. But I suppose since that I've kind of been on the forums and I've just heard a little bit of the stopping power is not as good as, you know, the 270 and so on. Now the muzzle velocity is there, you know. Like mine was matching and beating the 270 when we were putting it through the chrono, so it's there. But when I say beating it, it's higher velocity. But yeah, so but I look at it, I suppose maybe Should I change my round? Should I experiment with something else? I don't know. That's, so I suppose we'll put that out there.
Yeah.
Something to delve into.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I haven't shot here yet with mine now, but I've shot a few foxes with it and stuff. But I don't think it's the Creed. I think it's the Creedmoor. I should say maybe have a look with the round. I think he can be just like you've clipped the heart and clipped the lung. I think it depends on the devastation to some of them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I told you off air now, right? Just to, I suppose, put this in perspective. When I grollocked out the animal, I clipped a piece of the heart.
Yeah.
I clipped a piece of the lung.
Yes.
And I clipped the top of the liver.
The liver, yeah.
I couldn't have, and I got, like, because of the how square on he was, I couldn't get a side shot because there was trees everywhere I went.
Yeah.
So I had to come around, and that was my shot, and I only had the one shot. But I barely, when I say barely grazed, I think I told you about less than the size of a euro coin, just barely grazed the top of the stomach, just barely tipped. Because when he came out, it just literally showed a slight piece of green, little.
Okay, yeah.
But it had done no damage internally, like in terms of releasing anything. But thankfully, so all the meat was intact. But yeah, just look at, I suppose. Maybe it's the animal as well. You know what I mean? So some animals, get fucking.
Yeah, look. I think. I like I said. Yeah, I think you're probably just maybe slightly unlucky. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue. Like, again, I'm certainly no fucking expert in Creedmoors, but I know a load of lads at this stage now that have been hunting with them, and like they're adamant. They're absolutely adamant for anything on the four corners of this country. Fake Creedmoor is absolutely perfect for it.
Yeah, I suppose. Look at no matter what gun when you put a new gun in your hand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a phase now process, isn't it? You're trying to work out its capabilities, its limitations.
Yeah.
And so like that, I think it's a little bit of that. Like, and again, so he ran right, just like I clipped him, and he took off running, and I knew, but you're as certain as you can be. You're like he's going to expire, right?
Yeah. It's
just a matter of fucking when. So we just have this thing, just stand back and let that happen. Don't try and
run in on top of it. Yeah.
As much more as much more hassle has been. But it ran for a bit, ran down to the right, kind of cut in through. Like there was a stream. This stream, thankfully, only went just over the ankles, but down through that, back around to the left. So kind of he came back to nearly where he was, and then just
that was it, gone. Yeah,
gone.
Yeah.
So probably a couple of 100 meters, like by the time he went there.
Around it, yeah.
He didn't. If you drew a line from where he was shot to where he expired, was probably 250 meters, 200 meters maybe.
Be the Lord, yeah, that's a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but he ran a bit more than that. Like, he took the long way around.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Down through it was about 6 foot drop down.
Yeah,
back up the thing, boom.
You see, and I said to you earlier on, and this is, I'm not like being smart or trying to. I've probably just been genuinely lucky last. Like I only shot a 243.
Yeah.
I only ever shot Seeker last year. I didn't shoot any reds or anything big like that. But I've been lucky, and I often thought after. And I think I shot maybe 5 or 6 last year. Which is fuck all, really. But none of them ran. None of them really ran. Like, when I say none of them ran, they might have maybe 20 yards, 30 yards and drop.
Yeah.
But, and I was often shooting in places and going, like, looking around and going, geez, if one did take the run here, you'd have a job fucking getting them. Like.
Well, here's the thing for you, right? Now, so that one, right, and this is going back into the ammunition, but I think it's Fiocchi. No, sorry, it's Sacco. My buddy's shooting with. It's 140 grain. 140 grain. It is 140 grain. And again, right, he pulled off the shot of the fucking day, man. 447 meters. So whatever the fuck that is in yards. It's a long fucking
he's only 140 grain on a 270?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the 150, I think, is the max in...
on a 270, is it?
Yeah.
All right, BJs. Right, okay.
Shot bot. As far as... I could be...
Yeah, you could be right. I don't know.
It's not
308s are up at 170 and 180 there, aren't they?
Yeah. I think on factory load. Now I stand corrected. I think it's 150 grain.
Yeah. No, you could be right. Yeah.
On the 270. And I'm sure there's loads of people saying, that's fucking Egypt. No, it's close to 163 or something. Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, look, I think I'm right. But so 140 grain, and dropped where it did not move. When I say did not move 1 centimetre.
Go away, yeah.
Just
folded it. Yeah.
And so you're thinking, right, we obviously, I had my animal in the van. He dragged his back. We have this thing that whoever shoots it drags it. And neither of us will lend a hand. Only to do the bit of slagging, you know. Do you want a hand there?
Yeah.
No, I don't. So anyway, dragged it back, and then when we had it up in the game room, just breaking it down, the damage, man, was horrendous.
Go away.
In his one.
Yeah.
And mine was like, what was it, toward the distance?
Yeah. But what is he using? Are they like soft pints or are they like ballistic tip? Yeah.
Yeah, Sacos.
But what are yours? What are you using?
Mine are ballistic tip.
Are they?
Lexus, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And mine are 143 grain.
Yeah.
So like it just and mine are traveling, I think, an extra 120 feet per second.
They're the ELDXs, are they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So like, so that's, and you like, so obviously his is fucking, you know, over 500 yards.
Yeah.
Right. You would imagine the velocity is going to, you know, diminish over that distance, so the damage should be less.
Yeah. Well,
do you know what I mean? When I say the damage now, man, this was horrendous. Like,
yeah, but then, but does it work that way? Like, is it not? The faster the round is moving, you know, it's if it's
it's supposed to mushroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, look, I suppose that I don't know is the answer.
Yeah.
Was it a stray kind of a fucking boxy or round he's after getting? But like it did horrendous. Like when I say there was shrapnel inside everywhere.
Right.
It fucking went in top shoulder.
Yeah.
And fucking blew the other one to fucking shreds.
Be the Lord. Yeah, see, I think it honestly, man, I think if your round could have been a half an inch either way, it probably could have been the same.
Maybe so.
You know,
maybe
I think
it depends if it hits the bone,
if it hits a bone
or something.
or
I don't know.
Yeah. I genuinely, I do believe that.
Maybe
I don't think
skins the outside of a bone or something.
Yeah, like a 270 is much obviously more. So we're not even arguing that point. The 270 is going to do an awful lot more damage. It's a lot faster, much more stopping power, probably better over longer distances. And this is coming from two lads that are not ballistic experts. We're fucking not. But, you know, that's the general consensus. But I still think, I would genuinely think, it was just purely shopless. I think if it was an inch.
Yeah, maybe so. I suppose the last couple of weeks, obviously, we had the guns side by side. Mine's, even though mine's a higher grain, it's higher velocity.
Yeah,
in a 6.5.
Yeah.
So it's just strange. I suppose. Look at the ballistic nerds out there will tell us. You know what I mean? We want you to tell us.
We do want you to tell us.
Because it's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
that particular round is not available anymore. So he has to switch round anyway. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. How it gets on.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at it over like that. That was how the morning went. 2 horrendous drags. Mine was uphill, over the stream, down 7 foot, back up 7 foot, over a stream, over a fucking fence, down through a ditch and back out again. So I earned every second of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then his one was uphill to the vantage point, and then flat. So he had a downhill drag. Which doesn't make it any fucking easier, man. But because he was a good kilometre on top of what I had to drag.
Yeah. So
yeah. Like, but what a morning! It was 4 degrees this morning.
Beautiful,
misty, kind of dewy, foggy. You know that not really foggy, but just you can just start to see the little bit of fog in between the reeds and the rushes. You know,
coming up off the river and that. Yeah.
And just fantastic to see.
Yeah, beautiful.
The little fucking tip, not tip, but of course when I seen him running to the right, we stayed back, and I said, I'll just follow where he's after going. You know what I'm saying, and see where he drops. But obviously, you know, the where you think he went in, you go across. Oh, was it fucking in at that tree or was it that tree? So you go in and you make your way in. So probably, maybe an hour and a half. No, about an hour by the time. Because I went into the woods trying to get through the wood and I said, oh, fuck this, man. Which way does he go? I'll just guess left. So come back out of the wood, back over to the left. And it was a kind of an open area between two bits of woods. I said, I'll go down there and see to come out at the end of it or the middle of it or whatever. So by the time I was going to the left, I just looked up and here was 3 or 4 fucking grey crows just circling.
Grey crows or ravens?
Grey crows.
Were they? Yeah.
It's just not circling, but I could see them fucking.
Yes.
And I could hear the chatter. So I went out and then it kind of opens up, as I said, in between the two little woods. And I was there, where kind of trying to get my best guess where he came out or whatever.
Yeah.
If he came out there at all. And then I just seen just a grey crow just landing. And with that, one just popped up.
Oh,
so I said, there's a good chance. By the time I got to him, it was less than an hour, but in around it, say the fucking hour, 45 minutes, the fuckers were at his eye. Like that, man.
Jesus, man, that's unbelievable, isn't it?
But when I went over, I was looking up and I'm not messing, there was 15 grey crows.
My God.
Isn't that how quickly they spot something?
Spot something and go down for it, isn't it mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
My God, but it's a kind of a good way.
It was a good, it saved me, I'd say, man. Because I would,
it's an interesting, actually, way, yeah.
The gorse, fucking gorse, man.
Yeah.
I was there, oh, man, here we go. And I'm have another 2 hours trying to find this fucker in there.
That's a good way of doing it, man, actually.
Yeah,
that is a good way of doing it, yeah.
With that, yeah, just fucking... So what are they fucking pecking at? What would they be fucking hanging around here for now,
Unless sometimes you think I tell you what, on the flip of that, what bothers me sometimes is if I'm going into one of my areas and I make my way and next thing I see a bunch of crows up on one corner getting up.
Yeah.
Instantly I'm going, someone's already at me in here and the fucking entrails of deer is up there.
Yeah.
It works both ways. Yeah. But I mean, when you're already after getting the shot off, then you don't give a fuck. Like, well, let's have a little look and see what these guys are.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew it was a good chance. And look, came around and just looked around. I had to cross down and up through the stream, and I got up, and then I could just see what looked like a point of an antler sticking up.
Oh, I love it.
Just a little point.
Beauty.
Oh man, I went down to me. I was so fucking thankful.
Yeah.
So thankful and a beautiful animal. 4 points on one side, 3 on the other. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's your trophy.
It's my trophy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just kind of encapsulates. I was telling you last night, yesterday, the week has been just turbulent, just for one reason, or I'm not fucking whinging about it, but it has been one of them weeks that we all have. And just this morning, up at fucking 10 to 4, I had about 2 hours sleep last night. The mind was going fucking, not about hunting per se, that was on my mind obviously, but just I wasn't concentrating. I got back up at 11 o'clock because I fucking forgot to take me fucking me hunting trousers out of the polytunnel. So they're going to be fucking dewy in the morning. So I had to hang it up for, brought them back in and just simple shit like that. I just couldn't relax, one of them nights. So yeah, and when you've a morning like that, I just think, even take the actual shot part of it out, it was just a fucking beautiful morning to be out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was bouncing tomorrow. I was just bouncing, because I was just the feet in the ground, the nature, man. There's just the sounds and the fucking whistles and
Yeah, brilliant.
So,
it's deadly, isn't it?
And I said to you, like this evening, tomorrow, fucking, and I'd say this to. And not that I'm giving advice to nobody, because I'm the last person, but like I would just give this snippet is fucking enjoy every second of it. Take all the pressure of all the shooting or having to or wanting to, and it'll probably come.
Yeah, true.
It's when you really want, and you're trying too fucking hard, and you're, this is not fucking working out for me. You'll be chasing it all day, and it ain't going to happen.
No, true.
Because you're missing things, and you're not in tune with it. Where like the things with the fucking grey crows, like if you're not, just a little bit chilled and relaxed, you miss them things, and then you miss your fucking deer, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
So that was my morning.
That wasn't a bad morning, man. That was a good old fucking morning, fairness.
I've had fucking worse.
Yeah, that's the fuck. Yeah,
Worse.
I even know when did I go out? Monday evening, I think, was it? Was it Monday or Tuesday evening? Can't even remember.
The days are melding, man, aren't they?
Stop, man. I think it was Monday. I'm going to say Monday anyway. It was, because I had my rifle down, getting a few bits and pieces tweaked and a few bits and pieces finished on it, and I decided, fuck it. There was light left in the day, so I headed over to another spot down in Wicklow and headed out. Same story. Now, it was a beautiful evening. It was gone kind of cold. Well, it was wettish, but it was still nice. Like, you know, you could sit out in it. So I went out to the same place, same story, man. Hinds and calves everywhere. I sat there for an hour watching about 5 of them playing together, like literally running around and chasing each other like dogs, like, you know, genuinely, like, you know, playing. That's the only thing you could fucking really describe it as.
And there's nothing as nice to watch, man.
Because
you kind of get entranced by it.
It was absolutely lovely to watch. Walked and had everything right. Wind was right, everything right, but they weren't like, I'm in an area where there's a massive population of deer, and if they were rutting, you'd hear them, like, you know, absolutely. You know, when the rut starts up there, you'd fucking hear it coming from everywhere. So it hadn't started at that stage yet. So I didn't see one until I was coming home, and then met a fucking massive fucking 8-pinter on the middle of the road. He was munching away, and so that was it then. Yeah, I suppose backtrapping, I headed out. I waited until it was fucking dark, and I kind of had my mind set up. I kind of met it, because this man is absolutely poisoned with foxes as well, and he keeps sheep and that. So I said to myself, right, I'm going to wait it out here till it's dark, and then I had seen loads of foxes, and I said, fuck it, if there's foxes here after that, I'm going to fucking take a shot.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you know. So a couple of them came out, but they were kind of fucking, you know, they were not a decent shot that you could take. So I said, fuck it, headed back up to the van. There's another field across the road. I says, look, I'll go out here and I'll have a look. And popped out, next thing on with the light, and sure as eggs was one about, now he could have been, Chesney was a good 400 yards down the bottom part of the field. Yeah. I didn't know the ground that terribly well, so I wasn't going to set up there. Well, I wouldn't be fucking taking one at 400 anyway, but I didn't know the ground well enough, so I says, I'm going to go over that bit of a hill, have a bit of a look, and make sure that there's nothing, you know, that it is just a field and there's no house running at the back of it. So maybe we went down, and it was probably got in about probably 100 or 140 or 50 yards, I suppose. Yeah. Up on the sticks there, he was on with the torch, and that was it, bang. So got a fox out, but
look at man.
And was something.
It was, look at it, I think you're underplaying. I think the what you just talked about there, like, is there a fucking better evening to be spent?
Yeah. No, it was lovely, man. Absolutely.
Seen fucking hinds and calves.
Yeah.
You've seen a stag. I know it's not a shootable stag.
No.
But he'll be there. He'll be there again.
Yeah.
And like who else gets to experience this type of stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
We're in the minority, you know.
I was laughing as I was driving home. I met a fella coming up in an Audi, and the strongest Wicklow accent. He says, "Because there's a stag down the road there." He says, "Just be careful there." And I said, "Is he dead?" And he says, "No, because he's not. No, he's mad live." He said, "He might be dead now in a minute." And I'm joking.
Do you think if I open the back of the van, will he hop in?
Will he hop into it? The fuck?
Yeah.
No, because he's not. He's mad live. He said, "Oh no, that sounds so. Come on, yeah."
Good stuff. Good stuff.
They were on the road, but anyway, I'm heading out in the morning. I genuinely excited. We're talking about the rut. We've heard. I was down in Cork 2 weeks ago. The rut started, like, let there be no mistake about it.
Yeah.
Yanis hunts down there a good bit. He always maintains the rut starts about 3 or 4 weeks earlier down there.
Down there.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, any of our south of Ireland listeners, is that our...
And you think it'd be the other way. You think it'd be like up the north, like a bit of cold. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know why it is, yeah.
Isn't it mad?
Sure, them Cork, man. They always have to be the first to do everything.
Yeah, look the Red Stags are down there saying this. We're the fucking real rut.
Yeah, we're the real rut.
They know Seeker bleeping up there.
Exactly. We're the real fucking deal down there. Yeah. But so he was down there. I heard it with my own 2 ears. It was going 2 weeks ago down there. Well, it was going a week ago, and Yana said it was going the week before that.
There you go.
So talking to fellow Stephen, and he reckons they're rutting away in Wicklow. He's hearing them now.
And I heard them. Yeah, on one of the forums there today. The the Seek are definitely calling.
Yeah.
So, look, as I say, we heard one call this morning.
Yeah.
It's just probably not there yet
Yeah.
in that particular spot. But then you don't fucking know. And look at the stag that I had. There's no signs of him rutting too hard. Anyway, lovely clean animal.
Could be the early, could be the opening weekend of it, I suppose. Maybe.
Look, when it kicks off, like it's not as if that there's a little bit of a lead-in time. It's just it's on.
It's on. Yeah.
So
the Barry White music's playing.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, look, and best of luck tomorrow, Barry. I'm sure you'll have a good morning anyway. I think the weather's to be good, isn't it?
I think it's given a cold tonight anyway, so I'm hoping that'll translate into
get them up and about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so no, I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking fucking forward to it. I'm
just going to slightly deviate, and I meant to say this to you, but I didn't get a chance, so I'm just going to. Let's go ad lib. There's I wanted to just give this a mention, and if we don't mind, just dedicate this part of the podcast, at least if not the podcast itself, to a man who, from my perspective, taught me probably all in terms of shotgun shooting, hunting. He was the man that would have given me any kind of insight or inkling into it, and he's since passed a couple of years ago. But his daughter Audrey is still a good friend of ours, and I just wanted to. He wrote a poem. So basically, one of his friends passed away the weekend before last. They used to have one of the guys had a house down in Sneem, down in Kerry. They used to go up and down doing a bit of shooting and a bit of roguery, we'd say, And Mark Lynn was his name, and he was a huge influence on me. So, but he wrote this, or this poem, and Audrey came across it. She remembers being up in the house, but she when she was down in Sneem, I hope I'm doing this story justice. And if there's any inconsistencies, I apologise, Audrey. But I think they came across this poem at the funeral. So it's called, and I'm going to read it out because it's cool. I think it's an ode to Dave and Mark, right? So, two men go hunting for pheasants and for duck. They have no regard for seasons and never have any luck. Off they go with dogs and gear on the eve of the new year, with nuts and bolts and cartridges galore, but none for Vinny and Hawk no more. In their jeep they drive along, but jeeps need studs to cruise along. Shooting cocks can be fun, but not unless they're on the run. Boats are for water and patrols are for land. Seasons are seasons and Marys are banned. When shooting grouse out of bounds, please don't do it on Kevin's ground. And when at last it's time to retire, don't let Dave or Mark light the fire. Dreary, dreary the days are, but at Gilhooly's we stop no more. Fires burn bright and fires don't light, so for food head home at night. Driving home with gun on shoulder, feeling weak, tired and colder. Not knowing the celebrations are over, all the boys got was a cold shoulder. The presents signed the presidents of the Poachers Club.
Very good.
That's cool, isn't it?
Definitely the Poachers Club.
So I hope I've done that little poem justice. It's years and years old. The boys wrote it. I think Mark penned it there. So I think he was maybe looking down at me today. So
very good.
Happy days.
Very good. Yeah, it's nice to have that. It's nice isn't it?
I've actually framed it and put it up in my room there. Yeah.
People don't do that anymore, do they? I don't think people. You never see people writing poems anymore, do they?
No,
and they're cool, man. They're
yeah. And it just there's a whole pile of stories I think wrapped up in that particular one. But,
half of which we probably can't talk about.
No. And look at I think anyone who's hunting. Can relate to that. Like it's really and if you fucking don't,
you're lying.
Yeah.
There's no one in the fucking. There's not one lad hunting here that hasn't done a bit of poaching in his life, and I'm fucking telling you, I was no different. So
look, I think
maybe this is a part of the podcast we all come clean, but
whether intentionally or not, that's the thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's
intentionally or fucking out. We've all went, oops, I'm not 100% sure if I should be here.
Yeah,
but I'm going out anyway.
I've often remember, man, you'd be walking fields and. The dog would be fucking after a pheasant, and you might fucking run 3, 4. And next thing you forget where you are. You're the fucking.
You're like, fuck,
oh jeez, man, where the fuck? Yeah, you have to catch your bearings. So but look, there's a bit of roguery in that, and if the man himself, I was just telling Av today, if he used to come down to our house, once every couple of weeks. And he was just one of them infectious characters, man. You would have loved him. Like he was just infectious, a world of wisdom, a fucking a rogue, such fucking fun.
Yeah,
you couldn't. He was in if there was a wedding or a birthday party, he was the life and soul of it, man. Just fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And he is sadly missed, but he's please God, he's looking down on us,
Exactly right, man. Yeah. Good to have people like that in your life, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. Come here this weekend. Are you heading out? Are you heading out tomorrow? No, you're
I'm a wedding this weekend, and I tell you the truth, man, I can't walk no more. I got the feeling back in my feet there. We broke down all the animals, so they're all quartered,
nice,
and hanging. And the bell Robert is gonna take care of the rest, he says, over the weekend.
Oh, Jesus, nice.
So,
nice.
Got the back straps off, we've the legs out, we've all the dog meat off, and we've everything separated from Ensign. So
nice.
Nice. It's nearly, look, the hard work is done.
Yeah, exactly. Hand it over to Rob there. Yeah,
exactly.
Jesus Christ, man. I need to look at my mates again.
Yeah, Big Easy, man. You want to step this up, dude?
Big Easy, man. He wouldn't make a sandwich. Never mind butcher a deer. Just stop. For fuck's sake. It'll be so much. I can't wait. And I hope, I'll have to be there when he gets his first deer. We're going down to one of his leases, I think, next weekend, or that's the talk anyway. Oh, man, I can't wait.
Now, you do not put a hand to the sling.
Chance, I mean, dragging it out's one thing. Goating it and cleaning it out and grollicking it, man, I can't wait to see him doing that. That'd be hilarious.
He hasn't grollicked yet, no.
Man, he gets weak if you fucking punch a rabbit.
Oh, jeez.
He's nearly worse than McKeever. And McKeever's bad, be the Lord, yes, yeah. So I can't wait for that.
He won't be long about learning.
He won't be long about learning. That's a fact. Come here. Will we do a bit of gear? Will we?
Let's do it.
And now it's time for a little thing we like to call Let's Talk Gear. And we are back.
What do you have for us this week, Brenny? This
week, lad, I have the Ridgeline backpack. Not so much that I'm sort of dedicating this whole section to the Ridgeline, but I kind of it's one I'm using, and it's kind of I've been talking about lately. You see a lot of overseas hunters, and every hunt they go on, they have a backpack.
Yeah,
everyone goes in the backpack, and their arms are free and their hands are free. And I needed a backpack. Obviously, I'm brand ambassador for Highland Outdoors, and they're obviously the main suppliers of Ridgeline. But I genuinely did. I seen this down in Kildare hunting, and I'm just talking to Highland Outdoors and saying, these are some jobs. So just kindly set me up one, and I've been testing it, and it's not even like the backpack itself is brilliant. There's nothing I don't really like about it, but it just kind of got me thinking. Do many lads do that style of hunting? I know you don't. You're not.
I don't. No,
and I think a lot of people probably don't. But I think I'm starting to see more and more people going down that road.
That's what I'm intrigued because, it's just not something that entered my head. But I can definitely see. My interest is spiked to it.
The benefits of it.
So I'm definitely interested to see how you get on with it.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. I decided, when you're going, you're bringing a lot of stuff with you. Like, obviously, if you're binocular harness and you've your gun, but then you've got, depending on whether you're going to sail out, you want something to see on it. You're not getting fucking wet to the bone.
Yeah.
I've a drag in it. I've got, a tick remover. I've got, a little small can of that fucking smidge in case you're getting fucking shot to bits. Stupid little things that when you're out on a hunt for the day can really just fuck up your day.
Yeah.
And there's no real need for it. You know what I mean? There isn't really a need for it. My knife, I don't sit it on, because sometimes your knife when you're sitting on your it's doing this as you're walking along. So
or even sometimes the sheet, when you're in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah, it's digging into
you.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
when you're not always, you know, sitting in a nice,
Yeah.
lovely, fucking warm spot.
Yeah.
More than often than not, you're in a weird position.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So,
yeah. Little things like that I do throw into it. I say, if we got my little tick remover, little first aid kit in it. Stupid things that weigh not like that. It weighs absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't weigh any more than if you had another jacket on you.
Disposable gloves and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Have it all in there. I have me boar snake. Because what if you're like as we often would be, fucking 3 mile away from the van. Next thing you get a bit of dirt in the you know.
No, true.
Running through it takes 2 seconds.
There's an attachment for holding the rifle as well.
Yeah, that's the beauty about the Ridgeline one. I've seen them. I didn't actually know that. I didn't realise it was a feature of that bag, but I had seen them. I'd seen them on meat eaters and stuff, and I just thought it was a savage idea where they can literally attach the gun to the side of the backpack. This has a small little elasticated holster that you put the butt of the gun in, and then you can just literally strap it to it. You can take it off in 2 fucking seconds. I'd argue you'd have it off the side of your backpack as quick, as quick as you would taking it off the sling in your shoulders, you know. And it's just so fucking much easier to carry it.
Yeah.
And when you're climbing, do you know the way? Even if you have a gun in your shoulder, and when you're trying to climb or getting down, it slips off. Like,
well, look, this morning I'm crossing a fucking a river in my waist, and it's a fast flowing river.
Yeah.
And like that, you're doing everything to try and protect the gun. And
yeah.
you're walking on uneven surfaces.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, if you have your 2 hands, you could have your sticks and keep your balance with the other one, you know.
Absolutely, man.
And at least if you do go down, the gun is
Yeah,
fairly safe on your back, you know.
100%, man. Yeah, I think that's one of the things I like the most about it.
Yeah.
Is with the gun, so your two arms are free. You're in more of a hiking mode as opposed to trying to fucking hold a gun. And so I absolutely love it. That one in particular is a 35 litre. It has one big compartment. It has now. I've read through the description. And I don't actually know the actual exact function of it. If it is, there's a little pull out piece of, it's like plastic with a kind of a piece of lead goes through the middle of it like a brace.
Okay.
What the actual function of it, I don't actually know. But what I use it for is like that. If it's fucking sopping wet ground, you just slide that out and you sit on it, and you're fucking bone dry, man.
Happy days.
And when you're going, you just slide it back into the back. So I don't actually know if it is actually for that function.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is or not.
But that's
if
the
it's not,
it should be.
It works fucking perfectly for it. So it does. It has strap that you attach, a clip-on strap around the bottom of your waist, and one across your chest as well.
And it's soft padded.
Padded. Oh man, it's a. I tell you why I actually was really thinking of it. It was for our trip to Hungary. I was like, that'll be ideal. I can bring that on the plane, and then when we're heading out hunting, I can throw all my stuff
Everything's in it.
Absolutely everything is in it. So I absolutely love it. I love the material of it. I love the feel of it. I know we had one listener
from Australia.
Yeah.
We'll just give him a little shout out because he's because we're just kind of, I was saying, is this a
he was he
Dodge.
Dodge, pretty cool name.
Dodge Reese Keir. So Dodge, thanks a million for listening in, pal. I know you're waiting for a review on this.
A review on it,
yeah.
But he was complaining that he thought the fabric was quite nicey. I don't see that at all. Like that type of fabric is not. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's not. You can rub it together and it doesn't make a noise.
Nice, yeah.
So
okay.
I'm not sure if it was the exact same one he had or
maybe
what.
it was the older model or something like that. Maybe
I'm not 100% sure, but it has clasps both sides for attaching whatever you want to it. It has one on the front of it, then you can clasp. It has a pouch. It's the top loader bag, so you zip it up and the whole bag opens up that you can dump stuff into.
Yeah. Pros
and cons to that. Some people don't like it because, as he was saying, when you walk along, anything that's heavy is right at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I tend to put anything that I need, fairly fucking close by.
Yeah.
You know? There's other little things, man, like a head torch.
Yeah.
If you're going out, you need a head torch. God forbid if it's last night.
Especially at last light. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
he goes into it. You know, some lads use the wind. No, I never do. But some lads use, the wind reader. You know, you pop it up and you're standing there and it reads the wind. There's a ton of things that you might have on you. That now, obviously, the more you put on it, the more weight it is.
Yeah.
But there is little things that just makes it a million times more. And through the podcast and through talking differently, I see an awful lot more lads doing that now. They bring a backpack, fuck all their shit in it, and their hands are free, and they get out to a spot.
It's most definitely something I'd like to give it a try.
Yeah,
most definitely. I can definitely see the benefits of it, especially some of the ground wouldn't be conducive to it, like heavy bush and stuff and briar and stuff. But definitely any kind of hill, mountainy, rangy type land.
Definitely.
Remember we were down in Clare last year. Perfect for that.
Oh, perfect for that.
You could perch up and
and like the gun acts as such a great rest, or the bag acts as such a great rest for a gun as well. Like
there you go.
You know it is. It's absolutely like exactly like where we were last year. It is fucking
built for that.
If you're getting out of your car, your van, and you've a 200-yard walk to where you're going. Where you could potentially walk in under no, you don't need it for that. But if you have a nice little bit of a hike that's going to take you could be walking for the day. 100%. I think they are.
Extra water, you could throw an old sandwich in it. You know what I mean?
Throw a bottle of fucking water. 100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I put it up, and some lads were like, "Oh no, save weight. Like, what the fuck's the point bringing a backpack?" Like, it's conducive. It depends to the type of hunting that you're doing. That's definitely the long and the short.
But no, definitely. I think there's because I find as well. This is just me personally. Even Smorgon, right? You have to crossing over, and obviously you're crawling through bracken and stuff. Then you put up I got the stick set up like low, and then I put me gun on. You look through the glass, and then there's dewy drops off from the grass. So then you're trying to. Which fucking pocket now to put that? And then you go to the chest pocket where I know it's in there, but then I've also put a fucking 18650 battery in there, and and then you're pulling it out next thing. Fucking the battery's nearly after. You know what I mean?
100%.
There's that type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There's loads of stuff. Yeah.
So
I think
with that, game changer, all that stuff can go in there, and then only your bare necessities then can go in the chest pocket. So I can definitely see the benefit of it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I like it. They're costing around about €140, I think, which is it is expensive, I suppose, for a backpack. But like we've said time and time again, man, you fucking get what you pay for. Realistically,
absolutely.
That is a class. It's an absolute, and they're so fucking well made.
And as you say, like for the trip to Hungary, it'll be cool to have that on your back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I do like, and not because I really do like. I put it to you this way: 90% of my stuff was Ridgeline. Ever before I was a brand ambassador, I love Ridgeline stuff. I've always fucking loved it. I think it's kind of like it's priced fairly. It is priced fairly good for what you're getting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bang for buck is good.
Bang for buck is fucking good. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But definitely, if you're looking for a backpack, I would highly recommend that.
Out of 10, Brenny?
I give it 9 out of 10. The only thing I take it off is the top loader bag. When it's brought to your attention, it's a bit. It can be awkward. There's negatives to it.
Maybe a split pocket with side entries or something like that.
Exactly,
might be a little bit something for them to consider.
There's a pocket then at the top of it that when you open it up, the bag either falls in or falls out. So it's a bit weird that way.
Okay,
right? You could probably just do away with that if you find anything in it at all. Obviously, when you open up the bag and the zip is opened, because it's laying horizontally on top, it just falls in or falls over. So it's one of those things. If you have it open, everything comes out. But it's a minor thing. Yeah, I would definitely give it 9 out of 10. And I'd love to hear from people. Are people using backpacks now when they're going out? Is it something that they?
Well, I tell you what we'll do. We will. I'd love to try it on, obviously, and I'd love that. To test that function in terms of how quickly they can get the gun off. If that's because that would have been one of my kind of drawbacks to having it. Absolutely. But if it's quick detach, I can't see any cons really.
No,
and look at if what additional weight is in that? Like, is it wouldn't be fucking
that's
half
what I'm saying,
kilo,
man. Like,
man.
no, like it'd be if you had another jacket on you, an extra layer of clothes, you can feel it's as light as fucking feather. Definitely it is. So that's the Ridgeline, man. I like it. Like, I'll be honest with you, in the morning where I'm going in the morning, I won't need it. I won't. It's not that type of an area where
it's horses for courses. You play the game. The way it has to be played, and look at if you're small paddock fields and you're going to be walking from one field and driving down to the next one, going in, then obviously you're not going to need that because you're going to be back and forward to the van or back and forth. But if you're going, as I said, Clare, perfect example,
big spread of land,
big fucking spread of land, maybe 3-4 kilometers of a fucking hike in.
Exactly. And how many times did we say last year, Jess, what I'd give for a drink of water?
I think mouth with duck together.
Honest to God,
I remember on the way back to the van. I don't think we spoke, man, because it wasn't because as people know, listen to the fucking podcast. Not that either of us would be short a word, but
no.
the thirst and
my mouth was just
thirst, hungry, tired.
Oh, stop! I remember going to the shop on the way home. Remember, we stopped in the shop straight away, and I got, I think, a can of rock shandy. And I think it was one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah,
it was like the birth of my kids. Today I get married, and that
the rock shandy.
In that order.
Whoever's listening, I'm just going to say that. Just pick that fucking order very, very carefully. Yeah,
it was sensational, man. Yeah.
So come here, let us know tomorrow. Let us know tomorrow we get on. Keep us well posted.
I'll keep you absolutely posted. Well, and if you don't hear anything, you can just automatically presume that it didn't go to plan. So
yeah, well, look, man, it's going to be a good hunt. Either ways, I know it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, we need to get out for Fox. Our next episode, man, is our 50th episode. I just put it out there.
I know
50 episodes.
Who would have fucking done? Definitely not me, Brennan.
Definitely. Actually, one of the lads, another listener, one of the lads in work who has no interest in hunting whatsoever, was looking through it the other night, and he was just like, "Holy jeez, the amount of them!" He said, "I was just running through them." He says, "Jeez," I said, "Yes, we've 50 episodes done." Man.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to do something special. Whether we just sit around and drink beer and talk shite, or we'll do a live one, or we'll do something different.
We'll do something.
We'll definitely do something. Yeah.
Well, look, we're not for a 50, we're 52nd. That's technically the year. So.
Yeah. Well, true. Yeah, exactly.
We'll do. No, 50 would be nice. We do something kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to get our thinking caps on top of thinking caps.
Yeah.
My brain is not great at the minute, so it might be limited in what ideas will be thrown up. But yeah.
We'll see. We'll have something. We'll have something in the pipeline. We'll wrap it up, I suppose, will we?
On that note,
we'll get this podcast. So this will be up on Friday morning for everybody going to work or going hunting or whatever you're doing. So
enjoy
the weekend. If you're heading hunting, send us in your correspondence. Be safe as always.
Stay safe. Stay hunting.
Stay safe and stay hunting. Exactly right. Shane. Over and out. Have a good weekend, and we will talk to you over the weekend.
Over and out, guys.
Take it easy.